Edgar, welcome to Sydney. Congratulations on Baby Driver.
Thank you.
Very exciting to have you here. We know that the idea for Baby Driver was somewhat realised in the Mint Royale film clip. When did you decide it needed to be from a film clip to a feature film?
Well, I think even before I did that music video with Noel Fielding, which is like 15 years ago now, I had already wanted to do it as a movie. So the idea goes even further back from them to like when I was 21 in like 1995, and I heard the first track that's in the movie, Bell Bottoms, by the John Spencer Blues Explosion. When I listened to that track, I would just start imagining this scene, this car chase. And eventually I thought, I have to come up with a movie that goes with this vision in my head. So that eventually became Baby's story and the script as it is. But it wasn't until like 10 years ago, after Hot Fuzz, that I said out loud to my producers, I have this idea for this movie, Baby Driver. And Eric Fellner, one of my producers, said, well, what is that? And I said, it's like a car movie driven by music. And he says, I want to see that. So I have to hand it to them that they just kind of had, unwavering faith in getting this movie made.
I mean, obviously music is a very big part of the film. A lot of your movies, that it seems like, Shaun of the Dead was an homage to zombie movies and Scott Pilgrim was an homage to video games. Is this movie just your way of saying, hey, well, this is my favourite soundtrack in the world?
Well, I guess it's a Valentine to... It's basically a combination of my two different passions, which is like sort of cinema and music. But, I always wanted to do like a heist movie and a sort of car chase movie. But my idea was to sort of filter that through my love of music. So it's a movie about a getaway driver where you get to see the story through his eyes, but crucially hear it through his ears.
It's a very big cast as well. I understand that when the cast were reading the script, there was an app that they had to read along with, so the music was playing as they read scenes. Is that right?
Yeah, we designed, because we wanted to really get across to people that the music and the scenes were like sort of integral to each other, that we made this app of a PDF of the script, but it had like a button with the logo of the film on it, and you would press the button.
So this is like, press play now?
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
It was pretty cool. So even like when Jamie Foxx and Kevin Spacey and Ansel read it and other people, they had this kind of app where you could press the button and the song would start playing.
Did you do the same with cast ratings?
When we did a first read-through of the script, yeah, we absolutely played the music in at the same time.
That's awesome. And I wanted to ask as well, bringing it back to an Australian bit here, you are a fan of King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard, are you not?
Yeah, I've seen them twice in the last year.
Really?
I saw them at the Reading Festival in Reading in the UK, and I saw them at the Roxy in Los Angeles.
There was a bit of Twitter banter there that you were down to film a King Giz film clip. Is that still on the table?
It is. I mean, those things are easier to say than they are to do because it's then about schedule and stuff. I think hopefully I'm actually going to meet them in Melbourne.
This week?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Because I never met them before. I didn't meet them when I went to see them at the gig, but I'm a big fan, and their album last year, None Are Gone Infinity, I really, really loved and listened to a lot.
That made your top albums.
It did, of all time. I really love that album. I think it's great.
Well, I think they just released the second of 5 this year, so there's plenty of time.
I just got it, actually, when I got into the hotel, I got a present from the studio, and it was a lot of Australian albums, including the new King Gizzard album, so that was great.
You're a fan?
I am, yeah.
Good. Okay, good. Bring it back to Baby Driver now. There's talk of a sequel, as there always is. Are you on board, off board? Is it still in the air?
I mean, I don't think there is a sequel without me. I think, though, that's just something that it came up before the movie came out, actually, about the studio talking about the idea of doing one. So, the thing is, I hadn't really thought about it until I was actually making the movie and working with the actors. And that was the first time I started to think, I'd like to see these characters again. So it's not a definite, but it is something that's being thought about.
Okay. And without tooting the old Edgar Wright horn here, Baby Driver so far is being dubbed as the best film of 2017. Your resume is pretty stocked with great films. Where does Baby Driver sit for you personally?
I mean, I'm not the one to kind of rank my own movies. I couldn't. It's like asking you to pick between your different children.
Yeah.
So all I can say is I'm very proud of the movie, and it is the movie that I dreamt up all those years ago. So for it to be out in cinemas in 2017 and connecting with an audience, a mainstream audience, is amazing to me.
Awesome. Edgar, thank you so much, man. Welcome to Sydney again, and congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Cheers, man.
You're damn right. I'm sorry, ma'am.